Hi everyone, welcome back to Kamonya Designs. I'm Sandra. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. This is week 2 of Traveltober 2021. So if you've watched the first part of this, I've been painting, drawing, coloring in illustrations of African outfits. I've called this series Traditional Attire Around Africa. And at the current time, as you're watching this, I've actually published, or I am publishing, a zine, like a little booklet of all of the illustrations. So I've made 12 total, and I'll talk about this a little more in the video, but you can find that in my shop, both on Etsy and on my website. The links are below. So getting into this image here, this is my favorite. Of the 12 that I've made, I keep going back and forth, but this is the outfit of Lesotho, which is a small country in South Africa, in Southern Africa, I should say. It is actually engulfed by South Africa, the country. So if you look at the African map, it's inside South Africa, kind of like surrounded by it. And they have this amazing outfit that they wear there with this giant blanket, which, I mean, doesn't that just look like a hug to you? Like, to me, it looks like the most comfortable hug ever. I want to be covered in there. I want to sit in it, and I never want to take it off. So I'll go into some of the logistics, but this was for day 5, and this is called the shwe shwe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. The blanket is called liana marena, if I'm saying it right. And the dress with that type of dotted fabric, indigo print, is called the shwe shwe. I really enjoyed painting this. I took my time with this. I tried to make it look as accurate as I could, and I just absolutely loved it. It is ultimately my favorite illustration of all 12 that I've made. Next up, we have Ethiopia, which is in the northeast of Africa, and actually this outfit called Habeshak Emes. It's like a hard K. This is actually worn both in Ethiopia and Eritrea. I lived in Addis Ababa for a while. That's the capital of Ethiopia. My dad used to work there, so our whole family was transferred there for a good amount of time. And I saw these firsthand, like many variations of this beautiful garment, and it is super soft. It's like muslin almost, but it's a really soft cotton that's actually hand spun, and it is hand woven. And it's worn, like I said, both in Ethiopia and Eritrea. So when we moved to Ethiopia, they had just gone through civil war, I believe it was at the time, and Eritrea took its independence and became its own country. But like, that's one thing that has remained, I believe. The outfit, they still wear the same attire. It's very ornate. It's really beautiful. I truly hope I've done it justice. It's hard to portray something so soft like on paper, but I did my best, and I absolutely love. This is another one of my favorites. Typically it has vibrant colors. It has like a hem, kind of like I've drawn. It comes with a belt, but the belt is also a shawl, like that you can use to either cover your head and shoulders with, so whenever it gets cold. It's really long. You can layer it and cover yourself with that, which is, I think, so cool. But I mean, there's so much more detail on that, which you can find in my posts. Whenever I post about each one, I have some information on them, but definitely in the zine I go through and explain a lot more. day 7 was umushanana from Rwanda and Burundi. They call it something different in Burundi, but my friend from Rwanda is who I got the inspiration from. And so this is worn, like I said, in Rwanda and Burundi, and those are in the eastern part of Africa, but kind of central eastern. So when I was researching, I was finding that a very small part of Uganda also wears this, but Uganda have much more traditional outfit to them, so that will probably end up being in my volume 2 or volume 3 of the zine. So I didn't write it down when I wrote what country this is from, because I'm understanding that it's a really small portion. So I focused more on Rwanda and Burundi. So this outfit is actually, you can have it in mini silky type fabrics, lots of flowy fabric. It's really soft. It's like a long wrap skirt that's sort of bunched at the waist and then covered over one shoulder, almost like a sari, but they wear it in a different way. And it's worn for weddings, like special events. I don't know, it's really beautiful. The next country is Côte d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast, which is in West Africa. And this outfit or attire, basically the fabric, is called Dida, Pagne Dida. It's a raffia Dida fabric. And this one was actually, from what I understand, was actually reserved for royals. It was like a ceremonial fabric, and they don't actually make this anymore. It was made from raffia palm fibers and like tie-dyed fibers. They tie-dyed them in vibrant colors, usually warm tones like oranges, yellows, or like a deep burgundy or red. And then they made this intricate oval and rectangular pattern. And that was like, reserved for, I'm told, like royalty or something. So I think today they don't really make this anymore, and it's a really sought after pattern. If you are able to get it, it's probably going to be in a recreated print version of it, but not the original handwoven version that it used to be. So this was my day 8, and I will be back with the last 4 images that I made for this volume 1. I hope you've been enjoying the series. Thanks again so much for sticking with me through it, however long it took me to collect all the information and get it up here for you. But the zine is still on pre-order until November 20th, so in publishing right now, and I will start shipping it after November 21st. So if you want to get yours, make sure to follow the links below in my description. And if you've been enjoying this series and you want to see more of my videos, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.